climax to the qualification.
For decades in Indianapolis, most race teams in the pits looked like this. In fact, female reporters like myself weren't actually allowed down into the pits until 1971, and that went for most women who, unless they were part of the pre-race ceremonies, were relegated to the grandstands. In 1974, eyebrows raised when Betty Rutherford, wife of three-time Indy winner Johnny Rutherford, kept score of the race from her husband's pit, unknowingly making history as the first woman to be in the pits during a race.
Johnny Rutherford. Betty, how about you? Is the thrill still there?
It's the same every time. It never gets old.
Then along came Janet Guthrie in 77, and the floodgates ever so slowly began to open for women in racing. Now, nearly 45 years later, one of the most recognized names in all of racing is teamed up with PNC Bank to promote women in motorsports.
They're going to have an immersive experience. I mean, and they're having a summer with, the most winningest team. So they're getting great networks, they're getting great exposure, they're gaining a huge understanding about what it means. But interestingly enough, they're also understanding what are the barriers for others. And they are passionate around breaking down those barriers so that other women can, join motorsports and join, and quite frankly, other industries that maybe are a little bit more male-dominated.
Across the finish line, and we got the final time.
20-year-old Jennifer Short just finished up her sophomore year at Purdue. She tells me this internship is the opportunity of a lifetime.
I can't even begin to express my excitement to be working here, and especially on the PNC car. And the fact that they sponsor this program is absolutely insane to me.
They're going to be literally working elbow to elbow with the engineers, obviously with the owners, with the drivers, and what's fascinating is that the role of women in motorsports is not just about driving, although quite frankly they can be drivers. As we were talking, a car doesn't care what gender you are.
All the guys that are here are really great, and they've all been so welcoming, and especially the guys on the crew. I stand around and just bug them constantly. Road course car that they're rebuilding for Detroit.
Okay.
And Detroit's next weekend, and then this one is the one that's gonna run at the 500 on Sunday.
So is that the record breaker?
Yes, that one. I think women in motorsports is important because we've got a different view. We look at things in a different light than men do, and especially now that we're breaking into the field, they've shown that, teams that have women on them are the first to develop new ideas.
To have more women in the paddock, we've got to put, so it's like a funnel. This is the top of the sport. There's going to be more women getting more interested in the early stages of the sport so that they come through to the elite level as it is here. And we're very fortunate that, we've got, again, the makeup of our team looks different because we've got the best people. Doesn't matter, the gender, the color, any of those things. And it's the way it should be.
3, 2, 1.